GTA 6 is going woke. This is the worst news ever.
It's been over a decade since we had the last entry in the Grand Theft Auto franchise, GTA 5, and I think it's fair to say that Grand Theft Auto 6 is one of the most highly anticipated game releases of all time, set to be released sometime around the holidays in 2025. And with everything that's been going on in the gaming industry, as well as some pretty key departures from Rockstar, people have been very concerned about the state of this game and whether it will live up to expectations of not just the last one, but of what people have come to expect from the entire Grand Theft Auto franchise. And so, of course, when there are warning signs there, people are going to talk about it. Is GTA 6 woke? DEI employee certifications highlight the quiet shift threatening Rockstar. And it's true, over the past couple months, we've seen a lot of interesting things come out of Rockstar, including the fact that they're trying to send a lot of people through these DEI tutorials, make sure that they understand their unconscious biases, all of these things. And of course, when you see some GTA developers that are out there openly showing that they might hate half of the gaming population.
Grand Theft Auto developers' employees wish death on Trump family and publicly advocate grooming children. What a title.
If not more, those are always concerning things. Well, after a lot of concerns and whispers about the current state of GTA 6, whether it will get released on time, and whether it will be what people have come to expect from Rockstar, we have a big new report from Jason Schreier, who, even if you despise Jason Schreier, which I kind of do, his sources typically are fairly accurate. And of course, he writes for Bloomberg. I can't read this article because it's behind a paywall, and I'm not going to pay to read a Jason Schreier article.
No
However,
way,
other
you have
people
to pay
have
to
done
read
that
an
for
article.
us. And here are some of the highlights. New GTA 6 details. The game has missed multiple deadlines so far. Still on track for fall 2025 release. Features significant online mode. And after the 2022 hack, Rockstar tightened policies requiring devs to return to the office 5 days a week.
Oh, man.
But of course, the one bullet there that everyone is going to pay the most attention to is this one. The game will be less crude towards transgenders and other minorities. Now, if you wanted people to be worried that their worst fears about this, that Rockstar is going to be taking the edge off, that this is not going to be the same game that people have come to expect from the GTA franchise, that would probably be a pretty good way to do it, wouldn't it? And I saw this response. The game has missed multiple deadlines so far. The game will be less crude towards transgenders and other minorities. A different looking Rockstar, certainly for Rockstar North. But let's get into this specific report. Rockstar Games reportedly asked GTA 6 writers to be less crude towards transgender people and other minorities. Now, if you've played the GTA franchise for the past several decades, you know that it's brutal, it's funny, it's hilarious. They make fun of anything and everyone. That's part of the experience. And the idea that the writers were specifically asked, in this game where you can pull people out of their cars and beat them over the head with a baseball bat, murder anybody you want, try to be nicer to some of the minorities in this game. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous, to be honest, if this is accurate. And this is exactly what so many people have been worried about. That, well, we don't want to offend this person or this person because, well, that just wouldn't be a good look for us.
The game is offense.
The GTA games are offensive.
Yeah,
They're
like
crude.
that's literally
They
the
always
game.
have been, and they always should be, because that's what this franchise's entire fan base, that's part of what has been built off of. And so, yes, of course, this is a warning sign to everybody. According to a new report, Rockstar Games has asked writers on GTA 6 to be less crude towards transgender people and other minorities, a change up from previous games, including the latest Grand Theft Auto game, GTA 5. This report comes way of Bloomberg and specifically Jason Schreier, a source is proven reliable when it comes to both Rockstar and GTA. This report doesn't elaborate on why Rockstar Games has asked its writers to make this change or what type of material impact it has on the game's development. All that is specifically claimed is that Rockstar is, quote, asking its writers to be less crude towards transgender people and other minorities, the common targets of throwaway gags in previous versions. Everyone is target of throwaway gags in every version of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Each and every group of people in some way ends up being the butt of jokes, and that's part of what makes Grand Theft Auto so fun for a lot of people. And the idea that that is specifically out there, that
Like,
this
the whole game is like, it looks super realistic and it makes you do stuff that you would not do in real life. Like, this is the idea. You take that away, then it's a Sims.
Indication that this came from the top, that they were told to, hey, be nicer to these groups of people, please, because we're in a different era of gaming. You know the reason that people are excited for GTA 6? It's not because they want things to change. It's because they want another story from this franchise, and they want it to remain the same. And this is why people, if you're worried about this, you have a right to be worried about when you look at the landscape of gaming and look at how many different studios or different franchises have been absolutely decimated because they decided that they wanted to appeal to the woke agenda. That's just a reality. It's undeniable at this point. And when you have the co-founder, Dan Houser, leaving, about 4 or 5 years ago at this point, when you have other senior writers that worked on so many GTA games and Red Dead Redemption 2, when they leave the company as well, this is what starts to stack on to make people worried about this. Now, when it comes to having a female protagonist, I don't really care about that at all. I think for 6 years now, or maybe more, they've been planning this kind of Bonnie and Clyde type of thing. I don't have any problem with that at all, especially when it's an attractive, playable character. But the idea that this is one of the focuses, that of this big report about what's going on internally at Rockstar, missed several deadlines, but still potentially on there, having people come to work 5 days a week, all this stuff, that this was a key aspect of it, that is troubling and that is worrying. And it's one of the things that people have been afraid of for a long time when it comes to GTA 6. Now, just because there's less crude humor towards these groups of people, does that mean the entire game's DOA? It's going to be massive, regardless of how much bad press comes out. To me, I don't know if there's a way possible for this thing to tank on release. It's going to be huge. This is the most highly anticipated gaming release maybe that we've ever seen, and I don't say that lightly. But certainly a lot of longtime fans of the franchise, they're going to be on the lookout for shit like this. We've already had plenty of warning signs that indicate people should be worried if this is the same Rockstar or not. And certainly with this report coming out, it's only going to make people that much more worried about what this game will deliver upon release. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
This is honestly, you guys, woke and gaming should not go together. People play video games to run away from realities. They don't want another, unless you're playing a simulation or Sims type of games, then you just want another version of reality. But it's as close as possible to reality. However, in video games, it's fantasy. It's a fantasy world. You want to go and escape any issues or anything, any matters, social, political, whatever, out there. And you want to just enjoy a different version, a different timeline. And then you do this in video games, especially games that are about escaping reality and giving you a different version that you are not allowed to do in real life. You're not allowed to go and steal and punch and hit people and destroy and explode. You're not allowed to do that. All right? This is a no-no. But you do it in these type of games because it's funny. That's the point. You just want to go out and do these things. This is not going to work at all. If it happens, if GTA goes woke, it's going to be hell. It is not going to work at all. And I really genuinely hope that 2025 is going to be the year where woke and gaming do not go together anymore.